Mithrandiel here at CES 2018 at the Razer booth. To get started, who am I joined by today?
My name's Brad, and I'm on the marketing team at Razer.
Awesome. So we've got a number of things being showcased here at the Razer booth. What am I looking at right now? What is this?
As a matter of fact, this is our brand new 2.1 speaker system called the Razer Nomo Pro. It features chroma lighting, incredible sound, and a fantastic subwoofer. We work with THX to provide such incredible audio.
Oh, before we go any further, we also, in case a disembodied voice appears out of nowhere, who else are we joined by today?
I'm like, what? Way to put me on the spot, Jeremy.
Sorry,
I'm supposed to be the background guy.
Oh, sorry. Well, just in case.
Know me.
Okay.
I'm stepping with the Razer PR manager team. If I interject, it's mainly because Brad said something he shouldn't have.
Okay, yeah. So we just got a safety net. Just wanted to make sure there's a voice to the safety net.
It's totally fine, man.
Okay, awesome. So the Nomo, what are we talking about in terms of pricing?
This particular setup, the THX certified Nomo Pro system, is $499.
Awesome. And what has been the reception so far? Do we have it set up on one of these stations here? Have people been giving positive feedback on the new system?
We've been getting some incredible feedback. We do have it set up in the back for press for press showings. But yeah, it's been super packed back to back. So.
Awesome. What else have we got here today?
Let's take a look. We're here at our PlayStation 4 setup. We're showing off our Raiju gaming controller, as well as the Thresher headset. And we were kind enough, or we had Bandai Namco. They provided us with Soul Calibur 6. This is the first time that the game has even been available for the public to play.
I was going to say, I don't think the demo is out. This is really insane when I came up on this. Really a chance to play it.
Fantastic. So it was just announced at the Game Awards not too long ago, and they contacted us, and they did provide it for us at the show. So very excited. Now, in addition to the Raiju gaming controller, which works on PS4 and PC, we also have the Razer Panthera fight sticks available as well, if that's more your style. But we have a little something for everyone here at the booth.
What are some of the distinguishing characteristics of the Raiju controller? Why would somebody go with that controller as opposed to a standard PS4 controller?
Absolutely. So we have some additional triggers, 2 on the top and 4 on the back. No, 2 on the top and 2 in the back, my mistake, that are remappable without any external software. And that way you can keep your thumbs on the thumbsticks where the action is without having to necessarily move them for face buttons. But you do have a little bit of options and some customization options there.
Awesome. And then the fight sticks, you were mentioning, the Panthera fight sticks.
Correct.
What are some distinguishing characteristics of those?
Absolutely. So the Razer Panthera, it's been used by the champions of the Capcom Cup. We have some of the best fighters in the world that are using our product, which is fantastic. It's fully moddable, works with PS3 and PS4 right out of the box, and PC, of course, since a lot more fighting games are being ported to PC these days. But yeah, that's pretty much that.
Great. And what would be the price points for those items, the headset, the Raiju controllers, and the Panthera fight sticks?
I'm not positive on the Thresher headset. Okay. We do offer different tiers. There's wired as well as wireless version, and surround sound, of course. And we have the Raiju at $149.99 and the Panthera fight stick at $199.99.
Awesome. And I was told that there was one other thing that we have to take a look at today.
We've got a couple things.
A couple more things. All right, let's go take a look. Let's continue walking around this booth here. And it is a very, very bustling booth here. Tons of people checking out the new Soul Calibur demo, which is not a surprise. So what are we looking at here?
Fantastic. We're taking a look at, this is our Xbox One station, of course. We also have another version of the Thresher headset. This is the Thresher Tournament Edition. It's wired. It's the lowest tier of the headset that we offer because we do have fully wireless options, of course. But the real focus here is on the controllers. So we have 2 here, the Wolverine Ultimate and the Wolverine Tournament Edition. The Wolverine Ultimate offers some customization options that you don't get on other controllers. Magnetic sticks, they pop on and off very easily. You can even remove the D-pad if you prefer a different style. It does have chroma lighting. It's the first time that chroma lighting has been offered on consoles, so we're working with some of the developers to get that integrated to give you a little bit more immersion there. It also features the remappable triggers that you come to expect from an awesome Razer controller. So excellent.
And what's that going to be retailing for?
Also $149.99. Okay. Now, on the other hand, we also have the Razer Wolverine Tournament Edition. It's a bit of a stripped down model of the Ultimate. It does not. It's the same thing, but you cannot remove the sticks or the D-pad. And that one is, I believe, $99.99.
All right. Save yourself $50. Go spend it on a video game.
There you go. There you go. You can take a look at some of our systems products over here.
Yeah. Got some awesome laptops lined up here for us. What are we looking at?
Sir, this is the Razer Blade Pro 17-inch. It's fantastic. THX certified. That's got 100% Adobe color representation there. 4K G-Sync touchscreen display. GTX 1080 desktop card in there. 32 gigs of RAM. You got 4 terabytes of storage on 2 M.2 drives and RAID 0. It's blazing fast speed. This is top of the top of the top of the top, and it's incredible.
Crazy. You said there's 32 gigabytes of RAM in this thing,
Yes,
standard?
sir. Yes, sir.
I can definitely see where they put that desktop card in there. It's definitely a thicker model, but I can see the quality of the display and the graphics. Yeah, I would definitely want to bring this one home. And how much would it put me out bringing one of these home?
I believe this particular model is closer to $3,800, I believe. So
a bargain.
There's different options based on the amount of capacity you'd like in storage, of course. But we have a little bit of something for everyone, and we'll touch on that as well.
Awesome. What's up next?
All right, moving over here, we have the same form factor as the Razer Blade Pro 17, but this one, it's a little bit more modest in specs. It's got a GTX 1060 on board, which is still more than capable of VR. Fantastic system there. We have a 1080p matte display that's non-touch, 16 gigs of RAM, but that's user upgradable. And it has a 256 gig M.2 SSD in addition to a 2 terabyte spinning hard drive. So you have some options
kind of like
there.
a fusion approach. Okay.
I believe this one's in the $2,400 range.
All right.
So there's that. And moving over, we have the Razer Blade 14-inch. Razer Blade 14-inch gaming laptops here. We have both options: our full HD matte display, as well as a 4K touchscreen. Both are equipped with a GTX 1060 graphics card, 16 gigs of RAM, and up to 2 terabytes of storage via M.2 SSD.
Very nice. And these are the more kind of going to the more affordable range on this end.
Certainly more affordable than the Blade Pro, fully spec'd out.
Yeah.
But I like this particular system because it's the perfect marriage of power and portability. So in a 14-inch system, you can still run an HTC Vive right off of it. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's see. We can move on to the other side.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
This is our Razer Blade Stealth, our Ultrabook. These start at $899, 16 gigs of RAM, 4K touchscreen, but there's no graphics card on board. This is more meant for your productivity. You do what you got to do. But when you come home, you can connect it to the Razer Core external graphics enclosure. You can drop any desktop card that you want in here and push that power from the core into your laptop through a USB-C cable. So a single connection not only charges the laptop, but gives you that power. So yeah, life is good there.
An external GPU setup.
Yes,
so
sir.
you kind of have the best of both worlds. You got your desktop basically stationed at home. Yep. Not necessarily for productivity in this case, maybe more for getting those really smooth graphics in Overwatch that you have on display here. That's awesome.
And it's got additional USB hub in the back as well as an Ethernet port. So you can get that home experience, have everything connected, and then unplug the Thunderbolt 3 cable and you're off to the races. You know, you can go do what you need to do. Come home, plug it back in, you have your entire setup.
All right, so we've got ourselves a Razer phone.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about it.
All right, well, this is the Razer phone. We just released it back in November to critical acclaim. It's really been really well received by the fans. It's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's got 120 hertz display, which is incredible. It's also got what we call ultra motion, or an adaptive refresh rate. So let's say hypothetically, if you're watching a YouTube video at 24 frames, it'll dial that frame rate down to 24 for you, so you're not wasting any battery life. Speaking of battery life, it's got a 4,000 milliamp battery, which is bigger than any of the other flagships out there. dual 12 megapixel cameras on the back with a wide angle and a telephoto lens. Let's see, Dolby Atmos certified speakers. We can give you a demo of that a little, if you'd like. I can show you that.
Now, what's sort of the inspiration behind the Razer phone? What's Razer trying to do? What gap is it trying to fill in the flagship lineup right now?
I feel there was just a lot of the other guys out there that weren't offering the best specs possible. So we really wanted to step in. That's the same thing we did with the Razer Blade way back in the day. We saw the other laptop manufacturers out there, and we just thought that we could throw our hat in the ring and really make a good go of it. So we packed some of the best specs ever in any Android device. For instance, let me see here. Oh, bear with me. Let me give you the demo.
Sure.
Granted, the CES show floor, it may not be the best place to demonstrate how loud a speaker can get. Mm-hmm. But it's more than just loudness. It's also clarity, and that's what we're looking for.
Hopefully that comes through, but yeah, I can definitely appreciate the level of detail that's going into the speakers there. And as you were saying, if you're trying to bring the best of the best in terms of specs, it only makes sense that you'd want to put the best speakers that you can.
Absolutely. So recently, Razer purchased THX, the well-known audio company, and we've been utilizing their engineering and expertise to just elevate the audio across the board in our audio offerings. So we're very excited about that. So from there, we can take a look at our new concept for CES. Right this way.
All right.
This is Project Linda. We say it's the best of both worlds. It's a laptop that you can actually put your Razer phone into, slides in, and it acts as the touchscreen and gives you full screen access to your Android apps, as well as a full keyboard. So you can type out your emails, you can do what you have to do. You can also use a mouse with it, which is great. But let's see if we can just pop.
So to clarify, is this system running off of the Razer?
Absolutely. We're using those powerful specs, that 8 gigs of RAM, that Snapdragon 855 processor to power the entire laptop. It is the brain.
That is insane.
So the Project Linda itself not only acts as a power bank to charge the phone while it's docked, but it also has some additional internal storage so you can move movies and photos and whatnot to and from the device. So very, very, very nice. We've already been nominated for several awards, so we're really pulling and hoping that we can pull out another win for Best of CES this year.
That's fantastic. All right, well, Bradley, thank you so much for showing us all of these fantastic things that Razer has to show off. I am sure gamers will be very, very happy with the future of Razer 2018 and beyond. So thank you for taking the time.
I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet.